lose it. And what is it? It is that thing inside you that makes you feel so bad about things that are happening in life. It is that thing inside you that is far more of a problem than all the things you think are your problem outside of you, including the devil itself. It is that thing inside you that makes you think that life is not balanced. What is it? It is our senses of supposedness, your sense of supposition, your sense of supposed to. You see that phrase, supposed to, expresses our premonitions or our suppositions or our prejudgments or presumptions about life. And as such, whenever life or things in life do not go in line with our suppositions or how we have assumed or fooled ourselves all along that they are going to be, then we become sad. So that there's so much pain everywhere, and it is coming out of our sense of supposedness, how it is supposed to be. Because you think that this is supposed to be like this, and that is supposed to be like that. And when this becomes like that, and that became like this, you're not happy. It's burning you from the inside. And you know, you better not have a problem inside of you, because the worst enemy is the enemy that is inside you. And that worst enemy is a reflection of our ego. That reflection is how we think things should be. And look at this word. Of all the numerous physical laws that exist that we don't control, there are more spiritual laws that exist, or more metaphysical laws that exist. Now we don't control. How on earth all these magnificent and powerful laws, one of them can even kill us, are into play at the same time? I will now think that they can be controlled by our presumptions. Not possible. The forces that exist in life are beyond what our mortal and limited mind can conjure up the outcome. So our happiness only lies in preparing ourselves to accept the outcomes and not to presume or assume the outcome. Because when it turns out to be not what we expect or presume it to be, when it's against how we think it is supposed to be, sadness begins. Now, think about it a little bit. Were you consulted before you were ever created? I think I know the answer. Who are you in the first place? If you look at who you are, you will come to realize that you're not in position to dictate the outcome of everything in your life. Because in the first place, you were never consulted before you came here. You just found yourself here. You have been existing even here for some time before you even realize who you are. So, who are you to dictate? This is not meant to render you insignificant. The human mind and essence is so significant. But the point is this: when it comes to challenging outcomes and things that are happening in life, then in that case, we are too small. If you look at yourself, you are like a sand, a drop of sand, it's a peck of sand in the middle of the desert. Look at the 8 billion people out there. Who are you to decide? You can only do your best. That is what is within your control, your best. If you look at the size of the universe, the earth itself, inside the universe, the earth in the cosmos, the earth that contains all of us and everything that you think you represent, if you look at it, it's also like a speck of sand in the desert. Imagine one seed of guinea corn in a pyramid of bags of guinea corn. Imagine how insignificant. We don't go fighting with life. It's going to lead to suicide, or it's going to lead to a wrecked human being. We should immunize ourselves and protect our happiness. Let's keep our happiness only on those things that we can control. What is that? Our effort. The outcome will never be determined by you. So take your happiness away from outcome and pitch it or base it on your effort. Do your best and tell yourself that I've done my best and be happy. And whatever outcomes there is should not bother you, because that is not in your hands. That is in the hand of one that is wiser, bigger, greater than you. The one who knows the essence for which you are created, the one who knows tomorrow, not you. You see, this our sense of supposedness makes us to derail seriously. When you begin to hear statements like, this life, no balance. This life is not balanced. You can tell how derailed the mind of that individual is, far from reality. You will never hear anyone who has been fortunate to amass wealth or to find himself in one pleasure or the other saying life is not balanced. You only hear people say life is not balanced when they see other people succeeding, or other people being favored where they are not, or when they are not, or when they are yet to. So perhaps it is our mindset that is not balanced. And what is causing the imbalance is our sense of entitlement, that sense of supposedness that I was supposed to. That's what's causing the imbalance. Otherwise, life is balanced. It's like when we are kids. I used to remember when we travel in the car, we used to complain to our parents, our mom. I used to complain to my mom that, Mom, why are these trees running? They're running back. And I can remember everybody in the car would burst into laughter. And they would say to me, it is not the trees that are running back, it is we that are running forward. But because my mind was so small and my brain was so small, everything so small compared to the whole picture, I could not grasp what is really happening. I was seeing the trees running backward instead of seeing the car running forward. That such is the depiction of one who claims life is not balanced. It is your mind that is not balanced. Balance up your mind by losing what is causing the imbalance. Your sense of entitlement, your sense of supposition. You didn't choose, for example, your parents, did you? You didn't choose your tribe, did you? You didn't choose your continent, did you? You didn't choose your color, did you? You didn't choose your height, did you? You did. You didn't choose the part of the globe where you're going to born. You didn't choose the year, the part of the century, what 18th century, 19th century. You didn't choose those things. You didn't choose anything. So who are you now to start struggling? Flow with the tide instead of against the tide, and be happy. You see, when you lie on the mat, when you are lying on the mat, you are lying on the ground. You are almost technically lying on the floor in terms of height. So you are not afraid of falling. The only one afraid of falling is one on the, is it, how many spring they call it? On the foam, the mattress or the bed that is so high up there, then the possibility of falling down is there. So when you put your hope so high, your expectation so high, yeah, you can crash. You can be disappointed. You can be flabbergasted. You can be disenfranchised. But if you are lying on the floor, you cannot fall. You can only turn. So if you keep your hopes low. But again, this is not saying that one should not aspire in life. It's not saying that one should not work hard, one should not yearn, or one should not seek, or one should not pursue high dreams. Dream high, dream big, work hard, yearn, be proactive, be positive. Aim for the best, but expect the worst. When you aim for the best, so long as you have done the A plus the B plus the C that is required to give you X, Y, and Z, do not wait for X, Y, and Z to be happy. Become happy based on the A, B, C that you have done. You now know that as a human being, you merit X, Y, and Z, but it is left to the universe what the outcome is. Because most of the things that we presume by our sense of supposition, if they were to go actually the way we want them, and then the world will become something else. It will become a crazy island. Now look at it this way. When you become a doctor, when you get admission to study medicine, you'll be happy. If anyone does in your family, you'll be happy. I'm sure if you have kids, you want one of them to become a doctor, if not two. And it exists in our own supposedness, in our suppositions, in our supposed to, that we should not fall sick. And if the universe accepts that, submit to our supposition, and nobody falls sick, who are you or your relative or your son or your child going to treat? Who are they going to treat as doctors? We're not supposed to have accidents, yes. But who are they going to treat? So if our suppositions in terms of health, in both the emergencies and the other cases of health, if our suppositions in these regards holds true, then that whole industry of health and medical practitioner will have to disappear. All doctors, pharmacists, nurses, everybody losing their job. And look as if these are the people who think have better jobs in society today. We think that they are not supposed to be flat tires. You're not supposed to have flat tires today. But you know how many vulcanizers are out there and their families, their kids waiting to. So if you're a doctor, someone has been disappointed for you to earn on account of them having an emergency accident or disease, something like that. So when your tire gets flat and it's time for someone else to benefit from your own disappointment, do not think life is not balanced. Life is balanced. This is the balance. We are seeing the whole picture. So when you bash your car or someone bashes your car, you want to hit the brake and you hit the accelerator, and you know what happens after them? And you think life is not balanced? No. It's time for the people who are into panel beating and fabrication to also benefit from your own disappointment. If you are a lawyer, they had issues, you benefited from their problems. It's now time for you to also panel beat your car and pay some money to them. This is the balance of life. So if we lose our supposedness, the things that we think are really bad, we are not in position to judge the universe, judge the one in control of the universe, judge a life. We're only in position to live life. That is going in the direction of the flow. Once your expectations are low, whatever comes will not disappoint you. When you have high hopes, then you are in for a big drama. So we must learn to lose it. Lose your senses of supposition. to enable you feel lucky when any good thing happens. Oh, wow, oh, that's fine. I didn't even know I deserve that. It's better than to think you deserve it and it doesn't happen. Stop thinking that the universe owes you. Stop thinking that life owes you. Maybe it would be better if we start thinking that we owe life. Yeah, we owe life. So that sense of suppositions, how things are supposed to be, our expectation is inside us, which is just a reflection of our ego, is one of the greatest enemy in our lives that we need to lose. We need to get rid of it so we can keep our happiness. So, if happiness is what we desire, and happiness is what we need, if happiness is what we seek, then we must learn that our sense of supposition, our sense of supposed to, our expectations is more of a problem to us than the things that are disappointing us. So, lose it. Stay inspired with AL-HABEEB. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can get a notification once we drop another inspiring